Hello and welcome to Wellness Wednesday, Season 2. I have the lovely Katie here with me, and I will allow her to introduce herself and tell you what it is that she does.
Hi, thank you for inviting me onto this call. My name's Katie Chittingdon. I live in Maidstone with my two boys and my husband, and I am an image and colour consultant, or I prefer to say colour and style consultant.
That's nice and simple. I love this question. Just describe yourself in 3 words.
Bubbly. I like to say crazy.
I love that.
Crazy and scatty.
Aren't we all? A kindred soul. I think you need to be a little bit crazy nowadays to keep the fun in your life.
Yeah, especially with kids.
Oh, yeah, to keep the sense of humour. What are you passionate about?
Oh, actually, I am generally, that's one thing people say about me. I can be quite passionate about something. I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about colour. I've always been passionate about colour. I've got an art degree. I was always interested in abstract art. But I'm passionate about how I can help give people confidence through colour, because I've been on that journey myself, and so is my mum and sister. And now I can offer that service myself. I often end a session with a lady and they skip out the room, and I just feel so good about it. So yeah, sharing the passion of colour and confidence with people.
Cool. What would friends and family say is your greatest gift, and why?
Losing things.
Showing people how to find them.
Yeah, definitely. Again, I think style and colour and bringing things together. From maybe that point of view, but I'm quite an open and honest person, so if anyone wants any honest opinions from me, they know they can come to me. Easy to talk to, easy. I listen. I definitely have that. I can definitely listen. In fact, actually, I've worked it out. Listening to both sides of the story, I'm always the person that goes, listens to that person and says, okay, but have you thought about if maybe they did it because of that, or did they do it because of this? And I'm always, there's a balance.
Mediating.
Being a Libra, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I don't.
Balance.
Yeah, I'm never the first to jump in there to sort those problems out. But if there isn't a leader in front of me, I'll often step in and try and help in a scenario as well. So if there's an emergency and no one else is, like if one of the kids falls really seriously and hurts themselves and mum and dad are flapping and one of them can't seem to take control, I know I've been there to step in and take control. But I don't tend to trample over other people if they're doing it already, if that makes sense.
Yeah, just when it's needed.
Yeah.
I think that that's actually quite a really good point, and actually something right now I see lots of circles and women's circles coming together, and people are saying, oh, we lack leadership, but actually I think it's not a lack of leadership, it's a lack of leaders that are able to go in and out and not be the one, so it goes round the circle and everyone takes the point of being a leader is actually what we need in society. Yeah. And quite a good
respect and delegation work together there, don't they?
Yeah, and I think that's being a people person probably fits well with what you do, because you need to assess where people are with their confidence as well, so to be a good judge of people and character.
Yeah.
What led you to do what you're doing now? Because it's quite an unusual thing.
Yeah. And when I think back to my 17-year-old self at college, I'm a very different person now to who I was then. I was at art college. I've always enjoyed colour and texture and pattern and abstract art, and I used to wear crazy things and have pink hair and wear a bra with a black string vest and a pair of flared trousers and big fat Spice Girls trainers, and often look back at some of my photos and think, oh my God, I mean, I know we do think we look better now normally, and you look back at the old photos and think, what did I do? But as an art student, sometimes there was some pretty out there combinations. It didn't always look good on me or anyone, to be fair.
I know. I remember that, the whole thing, the association with art college, and someone going off, you're not going to come back looking weird, are you, when I went off to art school? Like, you're not going to start. And actually, I did kind of a little bit as well. You can't help it, because you're just experimenting
Yeah, definitely. I broke away from almost the regime of school where we used to wear gold jewellery and tracksuits and trainers back in the 90s, and that wasn't me at all. So going to college meant I could throw that all in the bin and just explore and experiment and play. But having said that, I definitely know that I never had a lot of self-belief. I'm dyslexic, didn't get picked up till late. I've never felt very clever. Or as I said to you at the beginning, just before I call, I'm not the most academic person. But then I went on and had children. I wouldn't say I was shy or anything, but there's always that thing inside you, isn't there? And you kind of don't necessarily have the self-belief or self-confidence. And I didn't know that about myself until I joined network marketing and I was selling makeup. And I was talking to someone high up, who's also in UW as well. And I remember not questioning in a negative way, but wanting more information, wanting to strive to do better in that network marketing company. And this woman said to me, "You don't believe in it." I said, "But I do believe in it. I love the products. I believe in the company." No, she said, "You don't believe in it." And she was talking about all the stuff that comes with network marketing, like feel the fear and do it anyway, and law of attraction and all those things. And I looked at her and we just went back and forth for a minute of going, "You don't believe it, I do believe in it." And then without even realising, I don't know where it came from, I went, "I do believe in it, I don't believe in myself."
Yeah. Oh, bless
we
you.
were just chatting and having drinks, and I don't think she realised the impact I was having at that moment. So we were in a Pizza Hut in Manchester, a Pizza Express, and I went off to the toilet and I was like, "Oh, I don't have any self-belief."
Self-realisation. Yeah.
But it was the best thing to happen, because from understanding that was in me, and I didn't even know that, it made a lot of sense in a lot of areas of my life. And I went off, and I think these things all came together and aligned, so they all happened. So that happened. My mum had also been working in a jewellery shop, and she had a lady come in with this colour wallet looking for jewellery and being very specific about the gems and the colours in the jewellery. And my mum asked her what the wallet was, and she said, "Oh, it's a colour wallet. I've had my colours done." And my mum knew about this from the 80s and thought, "Right, that's it. I'm going to save up and treat myself and go and get my colours and then eventually her style done." And so I watched her journey. Then my sister, who works as a quantity surveyor in a very male-led industry, she's stunning. She's tall, slim, she's got tan skin, dark hair, slightly different colourings to me. And she only ever wore dresses to work because she didn't know how to put tops and bottoms together. So off she went, she had it done, she dressed top to toe in Primark sometimes and looked absolutely amazing because it was the right colours and the right styles for her. And eventually they chipped in and paid for me to have it done. So then you've got that added to the fact I've got an art background and colour anyway. It felt like all the pieces of my puzzle coming together. The company I trained with then did a network marketing scheme for a while where we were offering free colour services. So I actually went from one network marketing to that network marketing. And at that point was with that company who do colour and Colour Me Beautiful. And thought, right, that's it. I've got to save up and I've got to train in colour because I think this is just right for me. Yeah. And that was 2.5 years ago. And yeah, seeing women, and as I said before, seeing women and being able to give them what I had and know that they're going to go away and experience what I've experienced and help them on that journey to confidence and self-belief.
Yeah. And I think it's an amazing tool for like lots of people that we come in at our remit. Female entrepreneurs in particular, like they're looking at how can I my look, what is it that like stylist really and need to know, and that because then that gives them their confidence. And a lot of what I do is like on video, needing to know to feel and come across. And I remember as a kid always saying, feel good, look good, but look good, feel good. It kind of has an effect both ways. It works both ways.
Yeah, I like the way you said that, because I always used to say, and I still do sometimes, when you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you feel more confident.
Yeah.
So even if you're tired, stressed, you've got a cold, when you're wearing maybe the right colour top or scarf, the right colour makeup, whether it's a little bit or a lot, you're going to enhance your natural beauty. And when you catch a glimpse in the mirror, you'll be like, some days, I always say to people, it's like this, some days you'll get up, you'll get dressed, you do your makeup, you look in the mirror, you go, secretly you say to yourself, "Oh,
I look quite good today."
Good time, I'm looking at it, I'm happy with that. And then you might go on your day and you might not think twice for the rest of the day about how you look, or you might keep that with you and you might feel good. but both are positive, because the flip side of that is the day you get up, you put, for me, maybe a mustard or a black top is not going to suit me. You put the wrong colour makeup on, like a peach blusher instead of a candy blusher, and you finish and you look in the mirror and it's only the next day and you're like, why do I look so tired under the eyes? What's wrong? And then for the rest of the day, you're going to hold that with you and think, oh, just, I don't really want people to see me. I don't feel good about myself. I don't feel confident. On the school run, it's the difference between walking like this and the difference between walking like this.
Yeah.
Because if you hold it with you, whether you know it or not, about how you feel, about how you look. So if you can, and if you don't have to think about it, if you slap it all on and not think twice about it, save yourself some time, save yourself some energy on worrying about it, and just feel good for the rest of the day.
I love that.
The rest of the day.
I love it, and because for me, mindset is so important, and that even that little time, like you say, looking in the mirror and thinking, oh, I feel, because you've set yourself up for that vibrational feeling of feeling a bit naff. You've got to kind of get yourself out of that, and this is such an easy way, an easy fix to do and to know and have confidence in.
Definitely. And I think during lockdown in particular, it's very important. I think people could maybe they've not heard of stylists and image consultants, or maybe they've seen me and they're like, oh, well, I don't wear a lot of lipstick. It's all about glam. It's all about how you look. It's all about vanity. But it's not all about vanity. I mean, each individual client's going to come to me for their own reasons. And, if it's that side, then that's fine for them. And if it's the other side, then that's fine for them as well. It doesn't matter. I see so many different types of people for different reasons.
Yeah, see, I'm not someone that would wear makeup, but for me, the clothing and knowing the right colours is really, really important, because then that would give you confidence when you go up and you're speaking and you're talking and you're live. It's
definitely. You have those moments in the day where people turn around and go, you look nice, so have you done something different? And you'll be like, actually, I've done nothing different, and it's just because you're wearing that one colour or that one top that's just right for you.
Yeah.
But in lockdown in particular, I mean, I have actually got up Monday to Friday, and with the kids as well. As I say, I'm not organised. I've not been great at homeschooling. Like, my house is always a mess. But we are up, dressed, fed by 9 o'clock every day, Monday to Friday. And I've made an effort, even if I'm the last one to get ready, I've made an effort by at least 11 o'clock to put something on, to pop a lipstick on, and to know that if someone else, if the postman knocks on the door, how are you going to feel once you've opened that door and closed the door? Are you going to walk away going, oh my God, he's just seen me in my nightie, or, oh, a pair of jogging bottoms and they've got holes all in them and I've got no bra on, Or are you going to open the door, shut the door and carry on your day?
Yeah.
So I think how you dress and how you look is a massive part of our energy and our day-to-day life. And it's something that we could, invest in, and it can help us, moving forward.
And actually, moving forward, I think to with our time, to get to where you are at the moment, what has been your biggest challenge, and how did you get over it?
Self-belief, overcoming my self-belief, and it still creeps in now. I think it will always be there. It's nowhere near as bad as it was. It's not self-development.
It's like those habits that we're used to thinking that way.
And comparing yourself to people doesn't help, does it? But you find yourself occasionally going, oh, she's doing that, or she's doing this, and I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that. And you think, actually, stop. Don't look at what you're not doing, look at what you are doing, So definitely books. I've got one at the moment. I've got one that I'm trying to read, and it's a really interesting.
Your biggest influence is that book? Would you say books?
One book, definitely books in general, reading. So through network marketing, you read. I'm not in network marketing at the moment, but one thing I champion about network marketing is if you get in there and you make the effort to do the self-development that a lot of people will tell you, there's a lot of books that crop up. Eric Worre has written a few books, and they're really interesting reads. There's The Compound Effect is a really good one.
Make a note.
I should have been a bit more prepared. And let me just double check. I think it's called The Badass. It's a yellow book, and this is the one I'm reading currently. And it's all about vibrations and mindset, and how his path or her path has come all the way through religion and stuff as well. But you don't have to worry that if you're not religious and you don't let that put you off. He says at the beginning, let's carry on through this journey in this book. So I'm definitely need to pick that up and carry on reading it, because I think it's the constant self-development as well.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just read 1 or 2 books, go, wow, that was amazing, and expect to be fine for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Because it's always going to be there. Your mind's always changing, evolving. Different things are always happening around us, especially this year in particular. So continual. We go back to an old book, find a new book. Follow Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will Smith is excellent to follow for mindset and self-belief. But yeah, so self-belief's been my biggest challenge. Reading, mindset, and talking nicely to yourself is the way I think overcome that and just keep going.
I know I'm a big fan of Marissa Peer and Louise L. Hay, and they were both mirror work, and I love you, and I got onto that journey very early on when I was having my own things with body and what they eating disorders and stuff. So it took me on that path to self-development, which started then and has continued. And like you say, I think that lots of people that are, especially entrepreneurs, they are continually learning and evolving and learning about themselves and developing it. It's a lifelong learning is something that comes up of the people that are successful, because they are constantly re-evaluating what's working in their life, what's not, and they're not saying, oh, it's not working, but they're thinking, oh, it's not working, why? How can we change it? And then it's that mindset, changeable mindset.
It's like the exercise for your mental health and the diet plan for your food intake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another one. I've just found the book. Sorry, it's You Are a Badass by Jen Sing. I can't read. Sincero.
That's fine. I can't read. I'm dyslexic too, so but that makes us more creative, I think, in the way we do things, and actually, and to do it anyway. It's that same thing, isn't it? To do it and feel to do it anyway. I follow Brendan Rashad. I'm sure you'd love him as well, because a lot of what he's doing.
Send me a message after with some of the people you've suggested, because I have to put pen and paper.
Yeah, that's fine. So what's the first thing you do when you wake up? You said about getting ready, but what's the first thing you do when you first wake up? Is there anything particular or not at all?
Well, I definitely turn the alarm clock off and snooze. Actually, I heard someone say they added the snooze into their routine so as to get that snooze and not feel too guilty about it. So now I've just moved the clock forward, the other way for 15 minutes. So I can lay there and come around. I'm a nightmare for picking up my phone. I think as a house with 2 young boys, one that's just gone back into year 1 and gone back to school, there's not enough me time for me on my business sometimes, and the guilt of do you do work, housework, schooling. So at the moment during lockdown, what I've noticed is that in order to be more organised, as soon as I wake up, I put my phone on and I just double check things like meeting times for the day, networking events, any messages anyone sent me, my email. So, and then I get up and I come down. I've been in lockdown. I did join a class thing last month for the month of Kickstart with a lady called Hetty, and it was all about helping to stay organised and get going. But one thing she did was to set a goal of try to meditate once a day, try to drink your water every day, try and have a glass of lemon water every day, try and have multivitamins, try and do your exercise, try and eat healthy meals. And it didn't matter how many you tick, but you just aim to tick some. So what I have been doing is drinking a pint of water every morning, and then trying to have my lemon water and vitamins. And I think that, I think that's just a really good routine, and I actually feel like it's instilled in me now, because I did it 30 days. It just takes time.
So take 30 days to add a new habit.
Definitely. And I want to start. I keep thinking about meditation. I've done it once or twice, and I definitely get the value of it. I'm struggling to add it into my day, but I'm going back on a course next month. So now I've got some of those ticked off my list and under my belt. I'm hoping to make meditation the next one, even if it's just 10 minutes more.
That's what
10 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes is what I suggest. And actually, well, they say 15 minutes a day. I'd say 3 to 5 minutes. But even if you start, especially if you're not used to meditating, you don't want to be sitting there for hours. Just 3 minutes when you first wake up. Just taking that time before you touch your phone, or if you're using your phone for the meditation. I keep meaning to record some little 3-minute meditations for people. I've got 10-minute ones, and I've obviously got the longer half an hour ones you can do at night. But just doing it throughout the day as well, and checking in, or what I call vibe check, like we talked about before, just to hand on heart, and just to do that throughout the day. I've got an alarm on my phone that goes off three times a day randomly, at times when I know I'm going to be a little bit starting to, the momentum of the day maybe take hold. It goes off, and I don't always do it when it goes off, but it's a reminder, oh, I need to do that. And I do that vibe check to just to reset and keep myself on track, and it's been helping. But I was going to say, that's what I do if I'm having a bad or challenging day. What do you do to get yourself in a better feeling place? If you, maybe your day's starting to go and the momentum's taking hold, or there's contrast, or you're starting to go.
I'm not very good at keeping in check with that. And unfortunately, if I'm not being good, I'm good at picking up a glass of wine in the evening. But with the meditation, I found that is what I'd started to, that's when I was starting to use the meditation. If it was all too much by about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and I felt I was, unraveling, it was all going wrong, I would say to the boys, right, sit in front of the telly, grab YouTube, I'd sit upstairs on the landing, and I'd just breathe. I had started taking up running as well. Again, it's something I've not got great at in a repetitive way. But today I dropped my son off, and I thought, oh, he wants to ride on his bike. So I put my running trainers on, chucked the bike in one of the other mum's boots at the end, after pick up, and I went for a run. So running's really helped. But my favourite thing, when I remember to do it, is to stick some music on, and I used to sing in a band. Again, never had the confidence. I went for art over music because I could hide behind the canvas. I'm not good at standing in front, and I'm not amazing or anything, but I absolutely love to belt out an Alanis Morissette song, and I feel so, or a bit of a Black Sabbath, or some, I think sometimes people don't expect it, but music, I could listen to anything, and if it's catchy, I can sing it. Skunk and Nancy, and just belt it out and jump around the kitchen, and it's trying to more. Yeah, absolutely. I should remember to do that more often.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same. I used to do singing lessons too. I think it's where that whole, I had the same dilemma when I went to college. I went to art school, but I also got onto performing arts. But my confidence at the time was a bit like, I used to worry because I'd panic before going on stage. So I went for the art because that was the easiest option for me. It was the path of least resistance. But I still love to sing. And obviously that's why now being on camera is kind of happened and evolved, because it's that other niche that I wanted to do. But music, definitely. So what are 5 things that you do in your life for your wellness and self-care? You mentioned dancing, which I love. That it's a brilliant way to get yourself back in alignment, and music, and
definitely. And so 5 things. So definitely I've always done some sort of exercise. I like to swim. I used to do body balance, which is a mixture of Tai Chi, yoga and Pilates, and that is my absolute favourite when I can get to the gym. So yoga, Pilates, body balance, that's my sort of thing. Definitely 1 as far as exercise. Taking up running, I would put as 2, because it's a completely different exercise, different mindset, hard to get into, but what I've noticed is once you do it, it can be great. And it's that sweating out of, emptying
toxins and
so that's 2.
You said about water.
Being on the beach. In fact, we went on the beach this weekend, and my husband sits there in his shorts and t-shirt, and I'm there in my bikini trying to encourage the boys into the water instead of, it should be the boys trying to get me in. And then I get a bit of a rush of nerves being in the sea, because you're like, oh, what's that? Is it seaweed? Oh, what's touching me? Which I'm fine to pick it up, but if you're swimming and you don't know what's touching your leg, and getting it, hardly getting out into the sea at all, but there's a bit of a rush of nerves and excitement and adrenaline that actually I quite like. And I have to talk myself into going, you're not going to get eaten by a shark, you're going to be fine. But when I get out, I laugh at myself. So I quite like the beach and just having my feet in the sand. I love nature. I don't go out for walks enough. When we do, it's a hard work to get up and out, but once we're out, especially with spring, summer, autumn, I've got Moat Parks over the road, and there's an entrance called the York Road entrance, and when you walk in and down into the valley, and you see all those trees and the changing colours of the trees, so walk in. And number 5, Can you repeat the question?
What are the 5 things that you do for your wellness and self-care?
Gardening.
Gardening.
Yeah, I'm key gardener. We've got a bit of a veg patch out there, and I love going out there. I get worst hay fever. It's the worst hobby to have. But
It does feel good to get out and have that grounding sensation. I need that myself.
Yeah, digging. It's a bit of exercise again, isn't it? It's all mental health.
Yeah, well, this is what this leads into. I was going to say, and I'll add. So for our soundbite for we're creating a special episode for COVID and the global pandemic, or the current crisis that we are, unprecedented times that we're in. What is it that you would suggest for people to do, that you do or you found that's helped you during the lockdown and beyond?
I think getting up and being present every day. Just because there's all this stuff going on around you and outside, don't stop. Don't think it's okay to have some days off. Definitely, having days off is so important. But get up, be present, get dressed, brush your teeth, brush your hair, put a nice top on, because a nice top's going to make you feel better than a pair of jogging bottoms and an old vest top.
Yeah.
And take care of yourself, because you need to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. And when this is all over and we're allowed back out, I already know I put on some weight in my tummy with those wines that I've been drinking. But when it's all over, you don't want to be stuck inside feeling rubbish about yourself. You want to be able to step outside into the world and carry on living life. Yeah. So look after yourself, definitely.
And if it's taught us anything, that it is important to make the most out of life. So you want to be getting out and
definitely.
Yeah, thank you. And leading on from that, then, in the next, what do you hope to be doing in the next 5 years?
So I definitely have taken this time to evaluate, because I'm part of 3 businesses. I'm a shareholder with a clothing range called Mermaid Cove online, which has only just started before lockdown. So I've got some clothing that obviously fits nicely along colour and style and image. And I know you spoke to my colleague Kathy Windsor. I'm part of Kathy and Katie, and we run wellness markets. Again, so I can then have stalls and offer colour advice and confidence talks there as well, but helping to actually set up and run wellness markets. So in the next sort of 5 to 10 years, what I wanted to do, and as we reevaluated, is take time out to make my image and style, take it seriously, and be the best I can be, and be the go-to image and style consultant in Maidstone, because there's few dotted around Maidstone and Kent, but I don't think there's a lot of really up there, who have really lasted the test of time, really got, into the nitty gritty of the style and confidence and helping people. So I want to be the go-to colour and style person for confidence, and for sustainability as well. I think that's key, and I've not mentioned that enough really, but it's not just confidence, it's confidence and sustainability. They're the 2 things. So I want everyone to know Katie Chittingdon. I've just done a post trying to work out whether to be decadent beauty style, Katie Chittingdon style and image. So it's all rebranding, rebuilding, and that's where I want to be. I want that to be at the top of my priority, with wellness market just running nicely there, with Kathy, and a clothing range on the side, So hopefully that'll be me.
I love that idea. With all us female entrepreneurs, you've got plenty for styling us all. We'll all be looking good. We'll all benefit from that.
We'll all be colourful all over Facebook and Zoom calls.
Yeah. And so, just wanted to add, and because I've been listening to the Humanity Rising talks, and we've been talking, and they've been talking about moving forward when we come out of the global pandemic and moving to a better world. I'd say, what would be your vision for it doesn't matter what, but your idea of perfect humanity, or how things could work?
Do you know, a world where the only place colour matters is in your clothing would be amazing. Or the colour you're going to paint your walls, or the colour car you're going to pick. Definitely a colourful world would be amazing. And for me as a stylist, a world where it was easy to shop sustainably, where colour and clothes and fashion still existed and was still part of our everyday lives, but was sustainable. and easy. You know, sustainability was accessible to everyone in fashion, and ethical. You know, I went to the trade show last year and really started to learn about how even cotton, you know, where's the cotton come from? Has it been ethically farmed? So
yeah, I think that's really important, and that's one of the things that was coming up in the talks, and people wanting to know and to make that at the forefront, to be the why, like with in our industries, would be amazing, wouldn't it? So definitely. And what have you got coming up at the moment, and how can people get hold of you?
So coming up, although there's nothing out there like events for me, for decadent beauty and image and style, coming up is rearranging, redecorating my guest room, which was my studio, but making it a more workable studio, because I've actually trained last year in luxury facials as well, so that I have a room where people come in, they can have their colour, their style, they can have aromatherapy, luxury facial to treat themselves, you know, and do little events like scarf tying events. So to actually get that space set up, and I've just dismantled the bed, so that's a good start. It's opened up the space now, and then I can start holding smaller events. You know, I'd quite like to free up the time then to be able to do Zoom calls and face to face when we're allowed. Small gatherings of scarf tying, makeup lessons, and colour analysis.
Oh, awesome. I'd be up for one of those. I'm sure our viewers would as well, because I think it's really important. Well, thank you, Katie. We'll put the links to how people can get hold of you in the descriptions below.
I have the website. Sorry, my website is www.decadentbeauty.co.uk, and you can find me on Facebook as Katie Chittingdon. I'm also on Instagram, and I have a Facebook business page, either Decadent Beauty or Decadent Beauty.
Awesome. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for that. It's definitely been fun, and I'm looking forward to being able to come and have a consultant session. Right,
definitely. You should definitely come along.
Okay. Thank you to our viewers for watching, and take care. Our love and blessings, and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.